Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So a few weeks ago, I filmed a video talking about the pros and cons of living in Korea. If you guys missed that video, I will place it down in the video info box. So today, I wanted to sit here and talk about things that you should do if you ever do go visit Korea. Everything besides like going to nice cafes and shopping. So I want to talk about other stuff. So let's get started. If you ever visit Korea and you have like bad eyesight, I highly recommend that you go to like any type of glasses store that you see around Korea because their glasses are super cheap. Whenever my dad or my cousins visited Korea, they always ask me to take them to like a glasses store. So in Korea, if you just go into any glass store, they have like a little corner where they check your eyesight, and then after that they find the perfect glasses for you. A lot of the glass stores that I visited, they had like a section like $10, $10 section, like a $20 section, $50 section, and of course they have like the nice brands as well. But like these, I bought it for like $10, whereas America, I remember like I had to go through an optometrist to get my eye prescription, and then I had to go buy my glasses, which I remember was like at least $100. So I always ended up spending like $200-300 for my eye checkup and for glasses. But here, yeah, you could find really cheap, nice glasses, and I forgot how much the eye exams were. Some places were free, some places were like $10-20. Even if you need contact lenses, you can get your eyes checked at any of those glasses store and they'll tell you your prescription. Highly recommend you going to a glass store. What's that popular glasses store that was like a chain? One of the popular glasses store, I think it was called Tabichi glasses. So yes. Number 2. Dental. My mom called me every week saying, Angel, while you're there, make sure you go get your teeth checked. I'm like, okay. Because yeah, it's a lot cheaper in Korea. And now I'm like, oh, I should listen to my mom because after we moved back to America, like the kids had cleaning and cavities, and I had to get some dental work too. And it was so expensive, like a few $100, whereas in Korea it would have been like maybe 1/3 of that. So make sure you go, and even without insurance in Korea, it's a lot cheaper. Maybe like even $30 to get a filling or cleaning. But of course the prices might be different depending on which part of Korea you're at, but the area that we were at, that was like around the price range. Korea, there's also a lot of 치과 dental places that you'll see maybe like 4 or 5 in each corner. So make sure you go on Naver and kind of search that place for reviews, because some places when you have like a cavity and stuff, they might not do such a great job because it is a lot cheaper. So highly recommend you go to Naver. Naver is kind of like Google, but it's a search engine that a lot of Koreans use. That's what we always use for like restaurant reviews and stuff like that. Number 3 is to get a 건강검진, which is a whole body examination. And whenever my like aunt or my dad goes to Korea, they get it. I think in Korea some people get it yearly. We paid 400 something each person. It's 700 total for both of us. So they examine everything. They do all the blood work, like breast checkup. You get a colonoscopy, endoscopy, and everything. Of course, there's cheaper packages, but we got the highest, most expensive package, which included the colonoscopy and endoscopy. Oh, there was one more. The more expensive one was like $100 more, but that included an MRI. Package we picked was pretty good because the main thing we wanted to do was the endoscopy and the colonoscopy. So we got that done right before we moved to America. If you go as a group, sometimes some places will give you a discount. So Aiden and I, we did it on the same day, so we did get a discount since we did it together. And yeah, I was scared of doing it at first because like my mom used to always tell me to get it done. But I was always scared of that medicine that you have to drink the night before the colonoscopy. But it wasn't that bad. Korea, the insurance doesn't get covered for these whole body examinations, even for Korean citizens. But they do have this thing where it's like free. Oppa, is it free each year for a certain year that you're born? So sometimes they'll be like, okay, this year people that are born in odd years, or this year that people is born in like 1986, you guys get the free most basic low package for free. So they'll do that sometimes, but most of the Korean citizens, they all just pay for the yearly examinations. This is called a 건강검진. So search around or ask people that you know that live in Korea where you can get them done, because they do it at a lot of hospitals. And we got it done at this really nice like new hospital that was near our house. So I think when we go visit again next year or whatever, whenever we go visit Korea, we're gonna do it for sure again. A few years ago, before we moved to Korea, Yeonu had a acid reflux. So I remember we had to pay like a couple thousand to get an endoscopy, whereas Korea it's only like a few $100s. So if you need any type of medical things done in Korea, then get it done while you're there. Number 4 is skincare. I went to skincare as soon as I moved back to America, and I forgot that it was a lot more expensive here. So I think I had to pay like 100 something to see the dermatologist. So if you have any type of skin thing that you need to fix, like acne or whatever, do it while you're at Korea. And even my flat warts, do you remember when I removed it when I was in Korea? So in Korea, they actually have some clinics that just remove flat warts, and there's like different packages, like if you remove just your neck or neck down or your chest. So you can get a lot of good deals in Korea, and there's so many places that do it, because I feel like more people in Korea remove their flat warts compared to here. Like my friends here, they're like, oh, I didn't even know there was such thing as a flat wart. Like no wonder, like I didn't know what that was on my neck. I always went to Beautifymeeh, which is my favorite. I went there ever since I moved to Korea, and that doctor, he's the best. And there was also really good dermatologists like just around our neighborhood as well. I love getting skincare done. In Korea, like they do this whole thing where like they remove all your, they like pop all your pimples, and they do this mask, and then yeah, it feels really nice. So make sure you also go get a Korean skincare done when you're there. When I was in Korea, I also removed like on my feet, I wore the wrong shoe, or I wore like heels too much, so there was like a bone sticking out where like the side of my toe, not toe, but that bone was like kind of sticking out like this. So the doctor, oh shit, what is that? So the doctor like removed it, and that was like $10. Number 5 is hair salons. If you're in Korea, of course, you go to like a Korean hair salon and get your hair done. They're good with color, they're good with perms, like curls or straight perms. So I miss that. It was a lot cheaper too. Like, I remember in my neighborhood, he was really good, and he only charged like $100 to dye my hair, and it was super long. And for that length of hair here to get it done, it would be like over $300. Even straight perms, they were really good in Korea. Like every year I got my straight perm done. For root touch-up too, it was like $30. And I just, it was literally like 1 minute from my house. So I just like walked there and got my roots retouched. How much were the kids' haircuts? $8. Yeah, it wasn't even $10 for the kids' haircut. And Aiden's was kind of expensive because he always got like perm and stuff with it, down perm. Oh yeah. At first we used to always go to Hongdae to get our hair done, but then later I was like, yeah, Sunshiki, and then later I was like, oh my god, this is too far. When I took my new profile photo, I'll place a picture here. That hairstylist, he dyed my hair in this perfect red shade that I've always wanted, and then he curled my hair, styled it so nicely. I didn't wash it for like 2 days because the curls were so perfect. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go visit him again whenever I go visit Korea. They always like give you all these drinks and snacks while you're there. Also, if you're in Korea, make sure you go to a nail shop. They're so good. Like I've been to maybe like 5 different nail shops when I was in Korea, and they were all really good. This one I got it done here in Dallas, but she's so good and so similar to like the style and quality in Korea. I feel like the price range is not that different. Because even in Korea, like the most basic gel nail design was maybe like 6만 won, which is like $60. And I feel like here too, it's probably like $50. So yeah, it's not that much of a difference in price, but then the quality and the design, they're really good. And they have all the cute little diamonds and little like jewels to add onto your nails. So highly recommend you going to a nail shop. Next is coin 노래방, coin karaoke. I miss it so much. Like I don't think I've seen a coin karaoke in Dallas or New York, or I don't know if LA has it, but when I was in Korea, me and my friends, we will always go to coin 노래방 because, you know, just a regular 노래방 room, it's like $20-something fee for an hour, and then you have to order drinks and stuff like that. But then coin 노래방, you just pay like $2 or $1 and sing like a certain amount of songs that you want to sing, and then you could just leave, and it's just a very tiny room that you have to yourself. So me and my friend Sangha, we used to go there like every week. We'll pay like $5 and sing like 20 songs and add $1 more. The sound system was really good, and there was enough room for us to even dance. So that's one thing I really miss, coin 노래방. Next thing is classes. I feel like there's a lot of fun and nice classes that you can take while you're in Korea, and even my friends that are visiting Korea this coming May, they have plans to go to take all these classes while they're there. And whenever my cousin visited while we were living there, she took a lot of classes while she was there as well. Like soap making classes, like one-day classes, balloon making classes, cooking classes, candle making classes, sewing, makeup, hair classes, dance classes. There's pole dancing class. I took the pole dancing class like 2 times, and it was so hard. I ended up giving up, but yeah, it was fun though. There's also a lot of classes for kids, so you can take your kids if you have any kids. Oh, there's also a lot of kids cafes where they make soaps and like crafts for kids. Last thing is to travel nearby places, and I'm not talking about like Myeongdong or all those like places that show up on Google whenever you search like places to visit in Korea. I highly recommend you guys go to like nice beaches. There's like some in Gangneung, which is maybe like a 2-3 hour drive. There's Pyeongchang. Does Pyeongchang have the ski resort?
Yes.
And that's where the Olympic was a few years ago. So we went to Pyeongchang a few times, and it was so fun. Seokcho beaches, Yangyang had nice beaches. Yangyang was kind of like a Hawaii vibe, and surfing. Yeosu was really nice, but it was like a 5-6 hour drive, but it was so fun.
And Jeju-do.
Oh, Jeju-do. Sometimes Aiden found round trip tickets for like $30. So there's a lot of times you could find good deals. So make sure you go to at least Jeju-do if you ever visit Korea.
Yeah, a lot of people, they skip it.
Yeah,
Wow.
and they're like, man, I should have gone to Jeju-do.
I know.
Busan and Jeonju was fun. Gyeongju was fun.
It was more fun compared
So Jeonju is when we wore the outfit,
to
the school. Jeonju, when I think of it as like the old time like school uniforms at the old time villages. So I feel like I was living in like the 70s in Korea. And then Gyeongju, we stayed in those nice Hanok villages, right?
Entire village looks like 옛날,
Castle,
옛날
like palace,
mountain of
Yeah.
Alabama. Very fine.
king palaces. And I wore the hanbok in the pink, what's the flowers called? Pink muleys. That was Gyeongju. That was a lot of fun. Okay guys, so these were the things I highly recommend you guys to do. Put it on your list of to-do things if you ever visit Korea. These are my things that I'm gonna do whenever I go visit Korea. So on my next video, maybe I'll talk about like top 10 places to shop or top 10 places you must eat while you are in Korea. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys ever did visit Korea, let me know a couple things that you did while you were there. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you on my next video. Bye guys!